taking a second just to sit on the porch here. I'm hanging out at my parents' house for a couple days and giving the kids some time on the farm. They're excited because it's all time with Yaya and Papa and Uncle Shannon and some farm time. And I'm just kind of figuring things out. This is a new season of life, and I don't know, you guys. I'm in a weird place. I mean, we just passed everything off. So, there's a company in Maryland I still work with, but I've really passed off a lot of my responsibility and contracts. I've got my company that I brought with me. There's ministry we passed off. It's just a different thing. Just sitting here thinking some more. We left here, 14 years ago and went on mission. And I don't know if you've ever been called to do something. You knew down in your guts you had to do it. You know, I don't know if some of you watching this may not believe in God or believe God does stuff with humans anymore. You may not know how it works, or maybe you're interested, but you don't understand the whole concept. But there's just something that happens deep inside of you that's beyond who you are, that it's more than coincidence and circumstance, and it's just you have this sincere awareness that there's something greater than you, bigger than you, and you're part of it. And there's directives in it, and you know you're supposed to do something. You don't know how you know, and you don't have full understanding of all the details, but it's bigger than you, and you know you have to do it. And you become aware of God, and that's what calling kind of is like. And so, you know, all these years ago, we were called to go to D.C. on mission. And we were missionary church planters for the last 14 years. We helped the church get kind of growth and restarted, which was a Korean congregation where I was the English pastor, and Lori and I team ministered there. And then we planted Tapestry, and we did that for more than a decade, and we passed it off to the next generation. And now it's formed into a different church. A couple other ministries merged together. And they're doing their thing in D.C., the North Point of D.C., and it's very different than what we started, which is, hey, it's up to God. It's His thing. We did what we're supposed to do. Planted a prayer house. We passed it on. Oh, I'm back. I didn't finish that thought. Dad called and wanted to talk to the girls this morning, so that was cool. And him and Shane are out logging. So anyway, we'll have to check that out another time. But back to mission and calling. So this calling was something beyond us, and we knew that we had to do it, and we went. And you never know, well, most folks don't know what it means, and so we went. We didn't know we'd ever return, so you kind of turn that off in your heart, and we did the ministry. We gave fully with everything we had. We just met with some of our friends who were really awesome and instrumental in the leadership of the church for the last years, and they were just saying that. They said they saw us give fully and our family, and we just really poured everything into that work. I mean, I worked 2 jobs, and the reason why I worked the 2 jobs is to make sure that my family's taken care of so the church didn't have to provide, and I took care of the church. I took care of the finances and the rent, whatever I needed to, for years. Lord and I paid the bills for years. And so we gave everything we had. I never assumed that God would allow me to get to a point in my life where I could come home. We never thought about coming back to North Carolina, being in the South near our families again. It never crossed our minds. We didn't know there'd be another season. We were dedicated to it, so I never put my heart to it, never thought about it, never let myself get stuck in being woe is me, or, I'm not near family. But there's a huge amount of just blessing now. For those of you who are near your family, notice what you've got. If you've got a parent that helps watch your kids, or you've got brothers and sisters that are uncles and aunts to your kids and they invest in your kids, or you've got any kind of folks that are around you that are your blood relatives, or maybe they're just close friends that watch your kids or help with your whatever, and there's that kind of support, you need to be thankful. We had, we moved, when we first moved, is like 8 hours away to drive. And of course, the last place we moved to was shorter distance, even though it was further up on the globe. It was still shorter distance to drive, and it was like 6.5, 7 hours to drive. and you just couldn't do it all the time. We didn't have the support. When something went wrong, we had to take care of it. And we didn't have a built-in babysitter. We didn't have whatever. My oldest is 9, and for 9 years, we've done it on our own. My wife and I didn't get date nights all the time. We didn't have a mom to watch everything. We didn't have anything, guys. We had 2 jobs apiece. Lori was over the children's ministry, pastoring it. I pastored the church. We both had regular jobs. We both started a business at one point, which was a daycare that helped provide. We both paid the bills. We took care of a church and our kids and our family. And